Arrival and first impressions. My journey to Budapest began with a sense of excitement and curiosity. I had heard so much about the city, its stunning architecture, rich history, and vibrant culture, and I was eager to experience it all firsthand. I arrived at Budapest Ferenc Liszt International Airport in the late afternoon, where a friendly taxi driver greeted me and whisked me away to my boutique hotel in the heart of Pest. The drive into the city was a visual treat, with the Danube River glistening under the golden hues of the setting sun. After checking into my hotel, I decided to take a leisurely stroll along the Danube Promenade. The air was crisp, and the city was beginning to light up as dusk settled in. The iconic chain bridge stood illuminated, connecting Buda and Pest like a glowing necklace. As I walked, I came across the shoes on the Danube bank, a poignant memorial honoring the Jews who were tragically killed during World War II. The sight of the iron shoes lined up along the riverbank was both moving and sobering, a stark reminder of the city's complex history. For dinner, I found a cozy riverside restaurant and ordered a hearty bowl of goulash, a traditional Hungarian stew. The rich, paprika-infused flavors were a perfect introduction to Hungarian cuisine. I paired it with a glass of Hungarian red wine, savoring every bite as I watched the lights of the city reflect on the Danube. It was a peaceful and satisfying end to my first day in Budapest. Exploring Buda, history, and panoramic views. I woke up early, eager to explore the Buda Castle District. After a quick breakfast of pastries and coffee at a nearby cafe, I made my way to the Buda Castle Funicular. The short ride up the hill was a delightful experience, offering stunning views of the city and the Danube below. At the top, I stepped into the Buda Castle complex, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that once housed Hungarian kings. The castle's courtyards and architecture were awe-inspiring, and I spent a couple of hours exploring its history and taking in the panoramic views. Next, I visited the Hungarian National Gallery located within the castle. The museum's collection of Hungarian art was impressive, ranging from medieval sculptures to contemporary paintings. I particularly enjoyed the works of Mihály Munkácsy, renowned Hungarian realist painter. From there, I wandered over to the Fisherman's Bastion, a fairy tale-like structure with turrets and arches that seemed straight out of a storybook. The panoramic views of the Danube and the Pest skyline were breathtaking, and I couldn't resist taking dozens of photos. Nearby, I visited the Matthias Church, a Gothic-styled church with a colorful tiled roof and a rich history dating back to the 13th century. The interior was equally stunning, with intricate frescoes and stained glass windows. For lunch, I tried langos, a deep-fried dough topped with sour cream and cheese, at a small street vendor. It was greasy, indulgent, absolutely delicious. In the afternoon, I explored the hospital in the Rock Museum, a fascinating underground hospital and nuclear bunker from World War II and the Cold War. The guided tour was both educational and eerie, offering a glimpse into the city's wartime past. As the sun began to set, I made my way back to Pest, crossing the chain bridge on foot. The bridge was beautifully illuminated, and the views of the city at night were magical. I ended the day with a glass of Tokaji wine at a rooftop bar, toasting to a day well spent. Discovering Pest, architecture, and culture. I began my third day at the Hungarian Parliament Building, one of Budapest's most iconic landmarks. The neo-Gothic architecture was even more impressive up close, with its intricate details and towering spires. The guided tour took me through its grand halls, the stunning central staircase, and the Hungarian crown jewels. It was a fascinating glimpse into Hungary's political history and architectural brilliance. Afterward, I walked to Kossuth Lajos Square, where I admired the surrounding statues and monuments. From there, I made my way to St. Stephen's Basilica, named after Hungary's first king. The basilica's interior was breathtaking, with its ornate decorations and beautiful frescoes. I climbed to the dome for another incredible view of the city, which was well worth the effort. For lunch, I indulged in chicken paprikash with dumplings at a traditional Hungarian restaurant. The dish was rich, flavorful, and comforting, a true taste of Hungarian home cooking. In the afternoon, I explored Andrássy Avenue, a UNESCO World Heritage Site lined with elegant buildings, luxury shops, and the Hungarian State Opera House. I took a guided tour of the Opera House, marveling at its opulent interiors and learning about its history. The avenue led me to Heroes Square, where I admired the Millennium Monument and the surrounding museums. I spent some time at the Museum of Fine Arts, which houses an impressive collection of European art, including works by Rembrandt, Goya, and El Greco. The day ended with a relaxing soak at the Székely Thermal Bath, one of Budapest's most famous thermal baths. The warm, mineral-rich waters were the perfect way to unwind after a day of sightseeing. I floated in the outdoor pool, surrounded by the bath's stunning yellow neo-Baroque architecture, feeling completely at peace. Ruined bars and local flavors. I dedicated my fourth day to experiencing Budapest's vibrant nightlife and local culture. In the morning, I visited the Great Market Hall, a bustling indoor market filled with fresh produce, spices, and souvenirs. I picked up some Hungarian paprika and a bottle of Tokaji wine as gifts, and I couldn't resist trying a few local snacks like kurtoszkálacs, chimney cake, and kalbash, Hungarian sausage. In the afternoon, I took a Danube River cruise, gliding past landmarks like the Parliament Building, Buda Castle, and Margaret Island. The views from the water were spectacular, and the gentle breeze was refreshing. The evening was reserved for exploring the city's famous ruined bars. I started at Funicular, the pioneer of ruined bars, with its eclectic decor and lively atmosphere. I hopped to a few more bars, enjoying local craft beers and palinka, Hungarian fruit brandy, and soaking in the unique, bohemian vibe. Day trip to the Buda Hills. On my final day, I ventured to the Buda Hills for a dose of nature. I took the cogwheel railway up to Elizabeth Lookout Tower, where I enjoyed panoramic views of the surrounding forests and the city below. I then hiked to the Normalfa Park, a popular spot for locals to relax and enjoy the outdoors. The fresh air and peaceful surroundings were a welcome change from the bustling city. For lunch, I stopped at a hillside cafe for toltok pasta, stuffed cabbage rolls, a hearty and flavorful dish that warmed me up. In the afternoon, I visited the Gellert Hill and the Liberty Statue, which offers one of the best views of Budapest. I ended the day with a visit to the Gellert Thermal Bath, known for its Art Nouveau architecture and healing waters. It was the perfect way to relax and reflect on my trip. Final thoughts. Budapest left me in awe with its blend of history, culture, and natural beauty. From the grandeur of its architecture to the warmth of its thermal baths, every moment felt magical. The city's vibrant energy, delicious cuisine, and friendly locals made it an unforgettable destination. As I boarded my flight home, I knew I would return to explore more of this enchanting city. Tips for travelers. Best time to visit: spring, April, May, and fall, September, October, for pleasant weather. Currency: Hungarian forint, HUF. Credit cards are widely accepted. Transportation: use the Budapest card for unlimited public transport and discounts on attractions. Language: learn a few basic Hungarian phrases, though English is widely spoken in tourist areas. Budapest is a city that truly has something for everyone, and I can't wait to go back.
N.